Hey, what is good, YouTube? It's your good sir Don back with it again. I'm coming with you guys with a little chit chat, some things I want to talk to you about that's been on my mind. And as I'm talking to you, I'm gonna play a little bit of music low in the background. If it's too loud, let me know. But I'm gonna try to get it to a decent level to where it's not too loud, so you guys can't hear what I'm saying. Now I'm talking over one specific topic, but if anybody want to interject or put anything on this, feel free to drop it in the comments. Of course, like any video, I love for you guys, to share this video, especially for those that need it, or those that you feel would like to listen to something like this that would take this encouraging word. Me speaking over these topics that I'm gonna speak over, I'm not gonna tell you that I know everything, that I got it all down. I'm going off of the experiences that I've encountered in my life and the things that I've learned through them, and how those things have helped me grow as an individual, and it could possibly help you as well. So, and if it does, that's a blessing. If not, hey, at least just take it as a good message, man. I appreciate it. I may not necessarily agree with everything you're saying, but I do appreciate you putting out a message to help uplift other people, because that's what it's all about. Sharing the love, spreading the love. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start the music, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into the remaining of what we're talking about for this video. So, let me go ahead and find some tunes. And if anybody has any instrumentals or beats or music you like for me to play, future tense, hey, let me know. Let me know. As long as it's nothing too crazy and it's going with the vibe of what's going on. You know what I mean? I won't mind playing it. If it's something ridiculous, that doesn't go with the flow of what's being talked about, or it's too distracting, I might end up changing it. You know what I mean? Bad, had something in my throat. But let me go ahead and find some chill music to play. Bear with me. I may or may not cut this part out, because I don't want you guys over here sitting waiting for me to pop up some music. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. Might play some instrumentals that I like to listen to. So. Okay, I feel like this would be decent. All right, guys. So once again, we're gonna get into this. And the topic of the day that I want to talk to you about is something that you hear obviously within the Bible, but I feel like this statement is not only within the Bible, but it's much deeper. It's much deeper than that. And hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. Whether you read the Bible or not, this principle I feel like applies to anybody that wants to vibrate on a higher level. You know what I mean? On a higher frequency. And if you're on that level, you already know this. You already vibrate at that. And I would encourage you to keep going at it, to keep doing that. And we can always grow and ascend even further in these key topics as well. There's never a threshold. But once again, what this message is about is loving your neighbor as yourself. For those of you who read the Bible, you'll find that in Leviticus 19, verse 18. Now, me using this scripture, I want to throw this disclaimer straight out before I go ahead and get into it. I'm not religious. I am not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a spiritual being, and I do recognize truth and powers within messages and within things I read. I have grown up under a Christian background, but I do not claim to be a Christian. I claim to be one with the Most High, the same force of nature as the Most High, because I wasn't made separate or apart, but I was made one with the Most High. So even though I'm manifesting in this form, and as I'm manifesting here today, you see me physically. This is not all that there is to me, is what I'm saying. There's way more greater, way more that transcends beyond just what you see with your two eyes. So I want to throw that disclaimer of where I stand with this. But I do recognize truth, and I do recognize when truth that derived from the innermost depths of our beings is there. And that's one of the truths that's there. Loving your neighbor as yourself. And I want to talk about why this principle I feel is so key. Because if you want to be able to go to, like I said, if you want to be able to ascend to a new level, to vibrate on a new level, you have to do that. To love your neighbor as yourself. And obviously you can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to be full in of yourself. Not saying full of yourself and conceited, but you need to be full in of yourself. You being able to express that love within yourself first. So, for example, if you're hating the way you look, you're hating your body. We'll go as simple as that. You don't like the way you're looking right now. The only way you can love and appreciate what others have, or you can get to a point to where you can get your body to where you want to be at with the muscles and stuff, you have to put in the work, the time, and the effort to get there. Yes, you can possibly pop in a miracle drug or something like that that'll start to shape and do it for you, but still there'll be that void because you know that it's not really you. And the deepness and your spirit knows that it's not you. The depths of you know it's not you. It knows that drug that's doing that to you. And you're always going to be shunning yourself. You're always going to be like, even when you just think about people on steroids. You know, they get that adrenaline, they get that high, they get that pump when they're on the steroids and they see their body and they're like, good God, I'm cut. But when they really think about it in the back of their mind, they know I'm not cut. This drug made me cut. This drug got this for me. Yes, it was easy, but I truly know it's not me. And that's what I'm saying with loving yourself. If you really want to value yourself, you have to put in that time and the effort. You have to put in that work. If you're struggling with any addictions, you have to put in that work. Stop looking to all these doctors and people to help you with something that you have to conquer yourself. Because you will never respect and value who you are as a person if you don't conquer your own battles. If you don't fight your own giants. If you go to other people to try to fight it for you, you will never respect what you had to go through. And there's a reason why your spirit allows you, that's the reason why Most High allows you to go through certain things in your life, because it's to elevate you. You won't elevate when you take the easy route. The easy route does not equal elevation. It's fighting through it. It's suffering through it. It's battling through it until you understand that this right here won't stop me from getting to where I need to be. That's what's going to take you to that upper echelon of things. That's what's going to raise your vibration, your frequency. Because when that thing comes against you again, that spirit, that entity, that negative energy comes to you again, you will shut it down right on the spot. Because you know it does not belong here and you have faced it before. It won't have victory. It will never have victory. You always had the victory. Before you entered this earth, you've always had it. And when you begin to love yourself, you will realize that. No matter what I go through, no matter what people say to me, no matter what my job say, oh yeah, you're not at this, you won't be able to get to this level. This is for people that's such and such. No, you know you've already been at that level. Before you even went to that job, before you put in that application. You know you're good enough to have it. That's what we have to take the time to sit back and see. You got a question to ask yourself, why can I not have it? And really ask yourself. And look at the reasons why you would tell yourself why you can't have it. And really look at, are those valid reasons why I can't have something? Are those valid reasons why I can't wake up in the morning and put the plow to the mill and put in that work to get where I want to be and to have what I want to have? Do I deserve Do I deserve these thoughts that are running through my mind? Because let me tell you something. Every single thought that runs through your mind is not your thoughts. That's one thing you got to understand. There's many thoughts flowing through your mind. And there's many things that's interjecting thoughts into your mind. It's not always you. And you got to realize that. A lot of times it's not always you. I tell you, just like anybody, hey, me speaking for myself, I've thought about some crazy shit. And if you don't like my language, hey, I'm not using it to tear down, demean, or I'm not using it to tear down or demean anybody. So hopefully you're not taking offense to that, because I'm not targeting it at anybody. I'm just using it for a term. Like I was saying. Oh, whew, let me get it back. Brain fart. I gotta pull it right back. Whew, you gotta love where you go, and then you end up stopping, and then thought just try to leave your mom. I gotta end up getting back. I know I was talking about speaking for myself. But, oh yeah, speaking for myself. So thank you, Most High. Sometimes I need them helps. Most High never like, okay, yeah, you talking about this. So, you know, when thoughts and stuff goes through my mind, like I've had crazy thoughts run through my mind. I'm telling you. And I know it's not me. Like, hey, I remember when I was younger, I have no desire to obviously hurt or harm myself. But I've had thoughts go through my mind talking about like, hey man, you see the way that is, the way that make you feel? Like, hey man, you might as well end it, man. You won't ever get it. You won't ever have it. I know one thing. I was always have my mind set on finding my wife. Let me go ahead and put this out here. I was always always praying and meditating. I was talking to my parents. I was talking to my friends. Anybody that knew me knew how much of a desire was in my heart to be with my wife. I've had dreams. I've had visions, and I've seen her. As you guys see now, I got the ring on my finger. I'm married now, and I've told her everything that, me, seeking my wife at a young age, the dreams I've had, the dream sheet, my wife's dream sheet, I don't know what you would call it, but I've written down the traits and stuff I wanted to see within that person, or I desired, type of person I desired to be with. And, thank the Creator, led me straight to that person. I'm with her now. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is that I had those thoughts of doubt and stuff, and through relationships that I've been through that got me prepared and ready to meet and to go into my relationship with her. Going through some of them relationships hit hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes you didn't even think like, hey, why am I even trying? I need to give up. This is pointless. You know what I mean? I'm tired of getting beat down. I'm tired of talking to or meeting women. It's like every woman I meet is like the same type of woman. You know what I mean? You just really beat yourself down. I'm like, hey, I'm a good dude. I ain't disrespecting no woman. I ain't beating no woman. I ain't treating her fair. I'm trying to show love. I'm trying to show compassion. You know what I mean? I'm trying to work with her. You know what I mean? And all I mean is these women that's trying to get a quick fix. You know what I mean? And I ain't them quick fix. I'm not a quick fix type of dude. You know what I mean? I don't roll like that. But over time and meditation and finding myself and really loving myself, not only did I not settle for those type of women that were like that, but I was working and fixing on myself to where it was rerouting the type of woman I would run into, the type of woman I would be with. I always just had it in my mind of the type of woman I desire. And I know a lot of times people say like, hey man, that's just in your mind. That ain't a real woman. Which, hey, partially is true. But also I know your spirit puts stuff within you that that's in you. No matter what nobody tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that's going to happen for you. And that was the same with me. Like, I've had pastors and people come up to me back when I was in church. Hey, and anybody that should go to church, hey, no disrespect. I don't go to church now. You know what I mean? I connect and meditate, and I sync with the Most High in myself. You know what I mean? Because that's where the Most High derived. That's where I am the temple. I know it's okay to symbol with the body, and hey, all respect to all you that do that. I assemble whether with with a friend, whether with a neighbor. I don't mind doing that, but I don't have to necessarily go to a church house to be one with the Most High. The Most High is in me. I'm already one. I was one when I came into this planet. I was one before I was even thinking about coming to this planet. Cause I tell you one thing, I existed before this. This ain't my first rodeo. Even though we come down here with our minds wiped, just so we can embark on this new journey and not be bogged down with our past lives or our past, whether it was traumatic or whether it was just, hey, you was royalty and what else not. This is what I'm saying. The Creator has always been with me because I'm one essence with the Creator. I'm not separate. I know who I am. I'm one with the same God force. I know who I am. I know who I am. You gotta know who you are. Because you know where I shout out that force lives within you. Because that's the same force that tell you when you about to do something stupid when you was little. Or they're like, hey, don't do that. You know you shouldn't do that right there. That's going to hurt you. Or tell you something right before you did it. Well, still going on the same page what I'm talking about. Tells you right before you did it, like, hey, if you do that, man, it's gonna do this, and then you do it, and what was being told to you beforehand that you heard within you, they said, like, a voice told me. It ain't a voice. That's that spirit, that powerful being within you that's always been there since the beginning. That guides and routes you. And not only dealing with the power of the same force and power of the Most High, but also you have your ancestors and your gods that's around you that will help lead and direct you, that communicate with you very frequently. But a lot of us, we are so manipulated by society around us with food, with distractions like TV, politics. Hey, we can go down the list that is meant to keep us entrapped in the shell to where we are like closed off. It's like a force field. We're not able to hear our guides and our spirit speak to us and direct us where we need to be. Things that we're praying for to happen within our lives, we're not able to see manifest because we're being blocked off by these deliberate forces being put in place to block us from ever manifesting. That's why you get so many people go throughout their lives and they never manifest. They just become another slave. They just become another pawn in society. They just become another play on the devil's playground. You know what I mean? Hey. And none of us want to be that. So once again, connecting this with loving yourself, you love yourself, you dodge all those situations. Well, forgive me. I said that wrong. You don't dodge it. You're able to go through it. You're able to go over it. You're able to go under it. You don't dodge it. We are warriors. We are mighty beings. We will press through and fight through any situation, no matter what it is. No matter what time, what place. Time don't even exist. We can go into that another topic. But we can press through any of those situations. Any. Because we are mighty, powerful beings. This dirt suit limits us, but this dirt suit, if we know how to tap into it and access it, it has much potential, much power, far beyond measure, far beyond what school systems and educational institutes of any kind can teach us, because they have an agenda. People say, "Oh, so you talking about some conspiracy theory shit?" No, I ain't talking about no conspiracy theory shit. Look, hey. Anybody with common sense can tell that there's warped shit going on around in anything that we go through, or any institution that's supposed to be called quote unquote educating us. When you really look at it, anybody can tell you looking at history class don't really teach you about real history. Especially anybody talking about quote unquote black people, even though hey, that's a terminology that our enslavers gave to us. We ain't and everybody that knows, you know. And if you don't know, hey, you're not black. What you was called from the beginning, what you was called before any of this even happened, you were not called black. That was something given, that was a title given to us. Just like Native American, just like Asian, any of those titles, those was given to us. The question is, who exactly gave to us? Obviously, it's a force that's meant to keep us divided and separated. Division is hey y'all, division is real. It is all around you. We see it every day. Let's not act naive like we don't see that shit. We see that shit. So I'm just saying. Another thing, when it comes to connecting all that two together, when it comes to loving yourself, you gotta see you within everyone else, because you are connected with many other beings on this planet, let alone when you come from the same force. For those that don't come from the same force, trust me, you'll see they're on a different frequency, a different vibration. They are. You know that we are. Obviously, we are not down here. People think it's just a human. Everybody, human beings. Everybody ain't human beings. I'm sorry to tell you, everybody that's here with a physical body is not a human being. This is just a suit. There's other things that comprise within a suit. Whether you have soul, spirit, or just spirit, or just, you know, no soul. Yeah, it just, you know, you just got the mental capabilities in this body. So it's easier to control and manipulate a person on that's on that level, because they don't have that that higher powerful presence of themselves. Or as a lot of people say, a higher self. They don't have that higher self, that higher spirit to be able to step in and really, how would I explain it? They don't have that power of the higher self to be able to step in and override some of these carnal issues that we go through. You know what I mean? So they are somewhat subject to what happens. Yeah, there's people born without a soul. That's why if you ever wonder why you'd have some of these situations, seen some of these weird cases where people just go and just kill their whole family and stuff and not cry, shed one tear. Yes, possession is real. It can obviously be a spiritual possession. But at the same time, it could be a soulless being. So they won't have that connectivity like us that do have a soul. I can't go and just murder my whole family. I can't even murder one of them. You know what I mean? That ain't me. If somebody see me and over here trying to do some shit like that, that is not me. You looking at something else. Because me, my spirit would not allow me to do something like that. Because I would be hurting myself. When I look at my wife, I see myself. Even though she's not me exactly, still, she's one essence of the same force. You know what I'm saying? So how can I go out of my way to harm or bring harm or hurt her? I would hurt myself. Same with my kids. I don't have kids right now, but I'm speaking future tense. How can I harm my own children? Because when I look into their eyes, not only do the same blood flow through their veins, but at the same time, the same soul and spirit flow through their veins. How can I harm something that is exactly the same as me? They're a replica of me. I hurt myself. And anybody that can do that, that does have a soul, that does have a spirit, they don't love themselves. You can't love yourself and harm somebody else. If somebody ever told you that, bullshit. You can't do that shit. You cannot. You cannot. You can't sit up here and say that shit. You're a fucking liar if you do. Hey, I'm gonna just be real about it. But hey, let me go ahead and start to wrap up, y'all. Cause hey, I can keep talking about this. I can keep going about this. This is a very broad topic. Loving your neighbor as yourself. There's a lot of things that comprise within it. But one thing before I get off, one thing I want to say before I hop off this video is every day, put in effort. Put in the effort. to start loving yourself so you can love other people. Put in that effort to put yourself aside and step out and get out your comfort zone and meet some new people and display that love. Or if you have family, you have friends and people that you fail to show love to, do something that you don't really ever do for them. You know what I mean? Step out there and put yourself out there. Expose your rear end. You know what I mean? Put down your ego. Hey, I gotta do that a lot of times too, especially with my wife. Hey, y'all, anybody in relationships, hey, y'all know straight up. Y'all know this. You have to set aside your ego a lot, and your ego will rise up a lot. We trying to get to that point where we're not flowing nowhere in that realm with the ego. But a lot of times you gotta shut that ego up, because the ego will be up there like, hey, babe, can you rub my toes, even though she just got off work and her toes probably smell like shit. You know what I mean? But you ain't trying to rub them corns. You know what I mean? Hey, my wife don't have corns. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody that looking at this, hey, she don't have corns, y'all. Hey, she got some gorgeous feet. Hey, I ain't trying to make this offer, but she got some gorgeous feet. But I'm just saying, for example, you know what I mean? If your wife got corns, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to rub them dogs. But hey, you showing that love and putting your ego aside and loving somebody that's tough, like, cause you know how it is when you off work. You wish somebody could rub your feet, and I'm sure your feet smell like shit. I know there's a lot of times my feet smell like shit, and I'm getting off the clock. You know what I mean? You know, this time I might want a little foot rubbing. I don't never ask for it, cause I already don't be thinking about it when I get off. I'm ready to relax, sit down, play some video games, sit with my wife. Watch something. Watching TV, watching stuff. Work on some of this, cause I love doing this. But hey, all I'm saying is when it comes to loving somebody as yourself, hey, you gotta set that ego aside. You gotta set that ego aside so you can operate in another realm of love. Not only within yourself, but for someone else. And it will raise you to another vibration. It'll raise your home, your relationships to a new level when you start to operate in that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, hey, feel free to drop that in the comments. You know what I mean? I don't mind elaborating. We can make a part 2 on this. I'm just saying. But, yeah, let me go ahead and get off of here, man. Because I will keep going on you guys. If there's any topics you guys want to talk about, if you want to keep talking about this and make a part 2, let me know. I obviously know there ain't too many people watching right now. But, hey, spread this, like it, share it. And I tell you, I don't mind coming with it. There's a lot of stuff I receive on the spiritual level, a lot of download that I do not ever get a chance to really talk about much. And it's always been on my mind, in my heart, my soul, to do this. And it feels good to do this, to talk about this. You know what I mean? And to possibly help somebody, you know what I mean? Because, I'm not doing this just to do this and just put myself out there. I'm doing this because I honestly really care about people. Like, really, to the deepest parts of me, I really care about people. And I want to see people be the best that they can be. At a point in time, I used to sit down and do one-on-ones and just Bible studies with people back when I was younger. I used to do that stuff. I've stopped doing that as much, and y'all probably ask, like, okay, Dom, why did you get away from doing that? Like I started, really focusing more on myself, and I stopped going into that. And don't take that as me being selfish. I started doing that because I needed to grow as an individual, so I can really start to help more people. So I can start doing stuff like this. So them times that I back off and I don't drop nothing, it's not because I don't like nobody or I can't stand, like, fuck y'all, I don't want to put nothing out for y'all. It ain't like that. I'm stepping back because I need to raise myself up, so I can help raise somebody else up. And I know it's not my job, it's not my duty to raise other people up, but it's within me to do that. And I tell you one thing, I'ma do that. Because I know if I don't, I'm going against my higher self. I'm going against the Most High. That's within my being to do this. So I'm going to do it. And nobody's going to tell me otherwise. No faction, no entity will tell me otherwise. It's in my soul. I tell you one thing. If it's locked in, it's locked in. And I'm in it to win it. I know y'all hear that beat right there. I got a few beats on here. I don't own none of these. I'm going to put that out there. I don't own none of these beats. If y'all want me to go ahead and put them down in the description, if you like some of these beats that's on here, hey, hit me up. I will let you know. I will let you know. Because these are some bangers right here. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get off y'all, alright? As I always love to say, stay blessed, continuously be your best. Y'all awesome, beautifully, wonderfully made people. That's another quote from the Bible. So if y'all look it up, where is beautifully and wonderfully made in the Bible, it'll show you the scriptures and all that. For those of you that want to know where that's at, go read it for yourself. If you know, you know. And hey, that's a beautiful statement right there, and I love it because y'all are beautifully, wonderfully made. I'm beautifully, wonderfully made, and we got some awesome things to do. There's a lot of stuff happening on this planet right now. There's a lot of stuff happening on this planet, a lot of chaos and a lot of beautiful stuff happening. Don't be consumed by all the tricks. Don't be consumed by all the trickery, by all the tricksters out here. Don't be consumed. There's a lot of tricks, a lot of trickeries, a lot of wild cards popping out here on some people. Don't be consumed. Pay attention. Know where you at. Know who you are. Raise to a new level. Break down them motherfucking devils because they ain't gonna be able to do shit with you when you rise up on them. Raise that vibration. Alright. Once again, stay blessed. Continue to be your best. Dom is out.